Welcome to another episode of the 2 Minute Tuesday rig video. Now, the float I'm going to show you today is my chopped worm float for the drain fishing. Now, this is one of my MP1 carp 4x16. It's got a carbon stem and a nice thick top for fishing the worm. Now, once again, I leave a piece of line. If you spangle your rig, leave a piece of line on there, and I can attach that to the new rig I'm going to make up the new spool, which is 016. All my chopped worm rigs are to 016. So I'm stepping up the diameter of the line so I can fish up to an 014 hook length on there. Sometimes I'll put an 016 on there, but I like to fish a lower diameter hook length than the main line, never the same. Right, I'll just attach this line now to the new line here, just with an overhand knot, my twiddle knot, pass that through, pull that. Then I just pull this off there and it's on now to my main line. Let's just cut that off. The knot just pulled off as I wasn't holding it, the last rubber. I just check all the rubbers are in place. With all my rigs, I like to have 3 rubbers, one under the body, one in the middle of the stem and one on the end. Now I'll just do a loop on the end here. And now I'm doing something technical. On go the old boy's glasses. And now I'll just do a loop. And what I do, I twiddle the loop between my thumb and forefinger before I pass the loop of line through it. And what I formed there is a figure of 8. And it is so much stronger than a normal overhand loop. Let's pull it up tight. Cut the little piece of line off, and there it's attached to my 016. And all I'll do with all my rigs for the drains, it's 3 times the width of my arms. Unless I was on the 20 foot where it'd be about 15 times the width of my arms, because that is much deeper. Then I'll do a double loop on the end where I'll attach it to my Dacron connector. So one loop, then another loop, come on, go through there, pull it tight, that gives me 2 loops. I'll cut off the little tag on the end, leaving probably ½ inch, and then also that second loop at the top there, just put your scissors through the end of it so you get 2 little legs come off it. And what that does is that eliminates any hookups on your pole, because what can happen is if I put on the DAC connector and leave the loop there, sometimes the loop goes back over the end of your pole and you lift up and the pole's going down, no elastic's coming out. It's because your loop has gone over your pole. But by cutting that loop, you've got 2 ears, can't go over the pole, and that will never happen. So there we have it. I've got my rig now on 3 metres, and what I've done, I've got my loop and my float, and how I shot this is very simple. Never put the hook length on until I get to the venue that I'm fishing. I'll put on, where it's chopped worm, 1 number 10 just on the knot above the hook length. So it sort of covers it over or pulls down to that and stays on there. So I've put a number 10 stop just on the knot above the hook length on the loop. And then probably 4 to 5 inches from that, I've got number 8 or 9 stots in a bolt together. And then the float, then obviously I'll just pop that on a winder, on my little matrix lime green winders that stick out like a sore thumb. You never lose them on the bank. I'll wind that round there. When all these floats that I use in these clips, my range are available. Any the MP stockists, Alex here at Tackle and Baits has got the full range, but obviously I've got into quite a few shops up and down the country, so just check out if they have them in stock. And then I'll just pop it into my lovely winder tray. Put one of the other rigs that I've made in there. And that just slots into my box, and I can take whatever rigs I want out from my box to remake my winders when I get home.